But one thing we are confident of when we look at these trend lines is the trend lines continue to look favorable. We are not seeing anything in the data to date, particularly looking back those 295,000 backlog cases, that suggests that those trend lines that we advanced last Monday are not actually in play. In fact, the numbers I'll provide you in a moment will just reinforce that. You're hearing that from counties as well, but the numbers at the statewide basis and the aggregate will only reinforce that as well. But the number we have here, this 7,751, represents an accurate number of cases that came through our system, came through yesterday. We announced on Mondays. These are Sunday numbers. We had 172,000 tests that we were able to collect in distributing those numbers that you see up there, 172,000 on Sunday, about 111,000 on Saturday, just giving you a sense of the testing volume that's come in. I say that because we reached a milestone, 8.99, so 9 million tests have been conducted here in the state. I'm, again, not naive about the need to increase testing here in the state to target that testing with more precision, but progress continues to be made there. 172,000 tests reported yesterday, 7,751 individuals not related to the backlog. New numbers, confident in these numbers, August 9th numbers. Accordingly, absolutely confident with conviction on the numbers that we're providing you here today, which are profoundly important. We've said this from day one, importance of hospitalizations and ICUs as trends to make determinations of where we allocate resources and really generating a laser-like focus in terms of our healthcare delivery capacity system writ large. You'll see in this chart, hospitalizations last week on Monday, we referenced about 6,300 individuals that were hospitalized. Now below 6,000, represents a 19% decrease over a 14-day period. Last week, we put out numbers, accurate numbers, represented about a 10% decrease over the prior 14 days, now 19%. So we're seeing an acceleration of decline, encouraging, but nonetheless, all of these numbers sobering. And I'll remind you, as I always do, these are statewide California numbers. These, by no stretch of the imagination, reflect different realities, different experiences by county, by hospitals, depending where you live in the state of California. And that's the purpose of the watch list. That's the purpose of the strike teams that we have been talking about for some time, and some of those renewed efforts we announced last Monday, building on what we continue to be doing down in Imperial County as a framework of reference. As it relates to hospitalizations, that's encouraging to see a 19% decrease. We also have to always look at it in the context of our total healthcare system and capacity. Right now, it's a little over 7.6%, so we rounded up 8% of total capacity. You've seen 9% in the previous few weeks. Again, encouraging sign, 5,596 COVID-19 patients now in the system, total system capacity you see referenced here in the slide. ICU admissions continue to decrease as well. It is encouraging sign. 5% decrease was the last slide I showed you last Monday, representing the previous 14 days. You'll see a 13% decrease in ICU admissions over this cohort of 14 days. So like hospitalizations, you're seeing a decrease in the total number of ICU admissions over a consistent period last few weeks. Again, encouraging signs, but not the kind of stability and long-term decline that we ultimately need to get to where everybody wants to go.